Hi, hello, and welcome everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy midweek. Hope everyone is having a great day up until now. We are here with that surprise ranking stream that I promised. Stone, Viet, how's it going, my guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. We are almost to the end of the week, and for those of you that live in the US. I would hope that many of you have this Friday off because July the 4th is this weekend and we deserve a public holiday. So I personally do have Friday off this week. So that is super nice, which means I'll be able to go into the 4.4 live stream with all of my energy. So really looking forward to it. But yeah, happy Wednesday, guys. It has been a very busy week for me up until now. Work has been pretty rough, and every time I am not working, I have been watching the World Cup because I am a massive soccer fan, and very specifically a massive international soccer fan. And so the World Cup has always been one of my favorite just like life events to get excited about, from since I was a wee child, since I was pretty much in like middle school, like once I started to get into sports, because that's when I started to get into sports, was around middle school. So, but yeah, today we've got a fun stream today. It's going to be a pretty chill stream. It's going to be a shorter stream. I'm probably not looking to do more than an hour or so today. But I'm down to yap for a while. Like I said, if you guys want to talk about anything, I'm down to talk. I'm down to just chill. I just kind of wanted to stream today because, it'd been a while since we streamed past, and I didn't want to wait for the live stream. So I felt like I had the energy. So I've been hiding this in the back pocket for a good minute. We'll be ranking every version or every major version of Murata Himeko from Hoyoverse. So that kind of, I am not ranking all of these skins in Honkai Impact the Third. So there's a lot of skins that Himeko has in HI3. But we're gonna be ranking like each like big major version across Honkai, Genshin, and Star Rail. So there's like five. There's basically five. So because we are including like the big major alts. So but yeah, so should be a good time. So Stone, Viet, hope you guys stick around. If not, all good. Stone, how's it going, man? Viet, how's it going, guys? Hope you guys are saving up for Himiko Nova, which will be coming out very soon. We've got about a week left. And I was doing some math earlier today because I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek into what I think is going to happen. Let's just say your boy Gulio could be spending a bit of money, a good bit of money into Star Rail in the next couple of weeks. So I'm not gonna say anything beyond that because I do kind of want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I am considering some big and impactful financial decisions in Honkai Impact the Third. Stone, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. You shall not be getting anything out of me for now. For now, we'll talk about it more maybe in the live stream. Stone, not the second one, not the second one. The first part, potentially. Goldie already knows. Stone. Goldie already knows. He helped me do some of the math today, so we had a lengthy discussion over it over Discord. So but yeah, I am considering some big things, some big things. So we'll see where that goes. You guys know that I don't like spending money in gacha games, less because I can afford it. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, Stone. I was literally about to get into that. So I've always talked about how I would never E6 a character, less because of the money. Big part of it is because of the money, but also a big part of it is, of course, the principle. Right? I don't like to necessarily promote heavy spending in any gotcha game just because it's gambling. That's what it is. We are gambling on certain characters and hoping that we get them, and gambling is bad. I believe gambling is a very large negative in life, and so for me to spend a large amount of money, showcase it live on the internet, to me is a bit of a betrayal of my principles. So, that said, sometimes you love something so much you do betray your principles. So that's kind of where I'm at now. The money is whatever. The money is, I can afford it. It's whatever. Now it's basically just the principle of whether or not I want to do it. So we'll see where my mind goes. Stone, all of my Eidolons are completely free to play funded. For the most part, same here. I did spend a little bit of money to get Cyrene E2. I spent like $60 to guarantee her E2. So, what's going on, Flamer? Good to see you, my friend. You haven't missed much, Flamer. We're just getting started. We're gonna be going into the tier list here in a bit, but I'm just listen. This is gonna be a chill stream. You guys want to talk about something? We can talk about it. If you guys want to, go yap, go on tangents, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down to do whatever. So, same applies to my other gotchas as well. Stone, how many gotchas do you play, if you don't mind me asking? I know that you play Star Rail, obviously. I know that you play ZZZ, and I've seen you stream, a couple of other gotcha games as well. I remember at one point, I think I came in like 8 to 10. Holy shit, brother. God damn. Flamer, the Wuwa Mangzhou song is so good. Did the finale come out? I thought it was coming out later down the line. Or they just like released the OST early. Don't ask how. Stone, I play 4 gotchas, and that's, to me, I'm already bordering on way too much. Like the trailers. Okay, so it's a trailer song. Gotcha. I've been waiting for. So speaking of Goldie, you guys know, friend of the channel, one of my best friends, in real life. He is planning on streaming Wuthering Waves, and I am kind of waiting for him to start streaming so that I can start watching Wuthering Waves. I kind of want to experience Wuwa through Goldie. I did play Wuthering Waves through when right before Shorekeeper came out. So right before we went to the Black Shores, I played all the way through that. So like I got through the first, region story. I got through Chongli and all that stuff. So JD, what's going on? Good to see you, JD. Flamer Stone JD. Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope all is good. Did you see the 4.5 drip marketing? I did. I did see the drip marketing. I'm a big fan. I've always been a big fan of gachas whenever they do like seasonal characters or like seasonal skins and stuff like that. So I love them. So like I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just like they should have been skins, like whatever. Give it to me in any shape, way, or form. I love like summer units and like winter units. Whenever gachas do that, I've always been a big fan of that. So big fan. Aventurine, bro. Oh my goodness. What a man. Like I said, like I always say, I'm not gay, but if I was, you know what I'm saying? You know the SpongeBob meme when he's like grabbing the wall and he's like licking? Like that's me with Aventurine. He is nice to stare at. JD, you want to know my opinion on the SP? Well, which SP? Himeko or Aventurine and Robin? Because you guys should already know my opinion on Himeko SP. I mean, just look at the stream title, right? Beach Robin. I will say, I do think I like Aventurine's just a bit more than Robin's. Ironically, Aventurine is probably the one I'm going to skip, and I'm going to get Robin. But I like them both. I like them both, so. Stone, so basically you played 1.0 to 1.2. Yes, I didn't play much of Wuwa. I wanted to like Wuwa. I did, and I did like Wuwa. What am I saying? I loved Wuwa. The problem is, and I think I've talked about this on stream before, I don't think I like gacha sandbox games. Like Genshin and Wuthering Waves, like the open world sandbox. I'm not the biggest fan of that type of like gameplay when it comes to gachas. When it comes to like regular RPGs, I'm down. I love sandbox RPGs. But for gacha games, I'm not the biggest fan. So Flamer, I honestly prefer summer alts over skins. I do as well, and here's why, right? Whenever you do a summer alt or like a winter alt over just a skin, right? Nikkei does this well, I think. You get to like do an event that truly focuses on it. Like I feel like whenever you do a seasonal skin, it's kind of just released very haphazardly without a lot of investment into like, the surrounding, game environment. And so what you kind of get is like, oh, cool, I get this skin that I'm going to use, occasionally, right? But when you have a seasonal ult, like a real character that you get to summon for, it brings the character back into the spotlight, and it kind of gives you the character in a situation that you don't normally get, right? Like Robin and the Ventrine, like they're going to wear that outfit in game in the story for whatever reason, and that's pretty interesting, right? Like, what we're gonna go to Astropolis and we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna have a vacation, and it's gonna be nice to see Aventurine and Robin just chilling, right? Now obviously there's probably gonna be some like real stakes and story involved, but yeah, I like seasonal alts. That's just me personally. If you don't like seasonal alts, I get it, I understand. So you don't gotta lie. I'm not lying, bro. I know what you're talking about. JD, I am gay in your place. Indeed, JD. You can simp for a Ventrine in my place. Flamer, I'm scared of Summer Cyrene, but see, like, wouldn't it be cool? Like, if we got to spend time with, like, Cyrene, like, at the beach or something, like an event of some kind, but, like, that's, like, fun, you know what I'm saying? So, we'll see. I can understand why some people, like, if you're an Aventurine and Robin fan and you were expecting like an SP that like is more like, serious or more, dedicated to pushing their character arc in a more serious fashion, I can understand that. So, but for me personally, I like seasonal alts. I've always liked them in gacha games. It's one of my favorite things about Nikkei. And now that Star Rail is doing them, like, can I get, bro, give me a winter like Natasha. Oh my goodness. Can we get a Natasha SP and give her like like take me back to Bellabog, please? Sage, excited for the beach arc / well, probably mass IPC lore arc, but I don't care for the banners so far. Fair enough, Sage. Fair enough. Also, Sage, how's it going? Good to see you, my man. Thanks for coming in. Good to see everybody. Happy Wednesday. Almost to the weekend. But yeah, fair enough. If you don't care about the characters, it is what it is, right? Not everyone's gonna like the direction that they're gonna take with, a seasonal alt SP. Stone Robin is the one of the two I'd rather skip because leaks say she replaces Cass and Mono Ram. Yes, she is rumored to be the new kind of like support or like hybrid DPS support character in Mono Remembrance, taking over for Casterus. So you'll be running Robin SP, Cyrene, Casterus, Hyacinth. That team is going to be a broken. Hello? That team is already broken. Like, there's a reason why we call Remembrance Pink Girls Exodia. Like, that's a real name for the team. Like, Exodia. And now you're telling that they're going to improve it even further? So, Sage, if you were playing Genshin RN, you can go to the Moon Lamau. Bro, Genshin is getting to its fucking endgame. Like, Saritsa reveal, right? We are, like, knee-deep into Snezhnaya. We are fucking getting Rhinodater and Ronovan, whatever her, whatever the pronunciation is. Genshin is starting to get to its endgame, and that's really cool. Flamer, also summer alts means new animations, new playstyle, new teams, new gameplay, etc. Flamer, you misunderstood me. I'm not scared of Summer Cyrene because I don't want her. I'm scared of Summer Cyrene because she will absolutely destroy me. You know what, Flamer? That's what I should have assumed. My bad. My bad. That's on me. But yeah, Summer Cyrene, I would stop living. I would stop breathing probably. Sage, I think I'm just locked in for Pearl at this point. My whole thing is Himeko is priority and everything else is negligent. So you guys didn't see, for those of you who came in a bit later, Stone, you were around. At the start of the stream, I talked about I haven't made a decision yet, guys. I haven't quite made a decision yet. But let's just say I am very much heavily leaning towards over the next few weeks potentially making some heavy financial decisions in Star Rail. I'm leaning towards some heavy financial decisions in Star Rail. So I just don't want to replace Cassie. No, yeah, I probably will get Robin SP because I don't know if I've talked about this before. I'm a big fan of Robin. I love Robin. And so I've been excited for her SP for a long time. And I'm also a big fan of Venturine. In fact, I have Venturine like ranked higher on my all-time favorite Star Rail characters list. But because I didn't summon for Ashvale and I didn't summon for Mornax's Blade, Aventurine doesn't really feel like the smartest summon for me. Whereas Robin SP I can use for sure. So that's probably why I'm going Robin SP over Aventurine SP. But yeah, replacing Castris does feel a bit weird. So we'll see what happens. Sage, I like the Beach SPs, but I'm just not super hyped for them like I am for Pearl. Yeah, Pearl's probably the next like big like character, right? That was gonna get some attention. JD, a shame you don't want to go to the moon. There's an achievement with this name, Cyrenian. I don't think I will ever do Genshin on the channel. If we do Genshin on the channel, it's going to be a decision that is not made lightly. It is I will dedicate myself fully to catching up to the game in its entirety, starting from 1.x, like 1.0, like, and we will go the distance. But keep in mind how much of an investment that is. It's basically like telling me like you're gonna dedicate Genshin to your stream for the next year or two at least, right? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do at one point want to do like Genshin trailer reactions, but in terms of the actual story, I don't know if we'll do it. Odds are that we won't do Genshin on the channel. Sage, oh yeah, the leaks for Genshin has hidden all the playable IDs now, so we are all in the dark on who's coming out this year. Well, order, like the order, right, of the characters, right? But I have a feeling like it's gonna be pretty like they announced the cast of the characters that you can expect to be coming soon with Snezhnaya and right with the end of Genshin, the Saritsa being there, right? So the order of when the characters are going to come out is up in the air, but I think you can reliably say that any one of those characters will come out eventually. Stone, he's he's E6 S5 in chat on the first part potentially. S5, no, no. Flamer, to be honest, I don't really believe that rumor. Her ult seems like a supportive ult, and considering ain't no way they're replacing either Cyrene or Overnight, I feel like she might be for Agalaya. There's whenever there's smoke, there's usually a fire, and there's just been too many leaks that say that Robin SP is going to be a part of that team. I actually kind of agree with your logic. Like I was like, if there were no leaks, I would say that replacing any one of the Exodia team would be kind of stupid. Like, there's a reason why Exodia is Exodia, right? They're all pink. They're all like, you know, the maid teenage girl model. They all work well with one another. Like, they very much designed the Exodia Remembrance team to have seamless, you know, connection with one another. So it does kind of feel weird to just all of a sudden replace one of them. But that's what the leakers are saying, and that's what a lot of leakers are saying, so we'll see. Sage, SP Robin is probably a crazy strong team comp with Sunday on top of that Himeko Nova teams. If SP Robin works with Himeko Nova, yes, I will be for sure getting it. Like I said, Himeko is #1 priority. Nothing else matters. In fact, you guys want to know what I'm even considering? I'm considering skipping the Fate collab. There, I said it. I like Fate a lot. I've watched like the main 3. I've watched Heaven's Feel, all 3 movies. I've watched Unlimited Blade Works. I watched the original Fate Stay Night back when I was first getting into anime, and I've watched Fate Zero. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the franchise. I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise, but I'm a fan of the franchise, and I would love to get Rin right. But if you ask me, would you rather use those summons on Himeko Nova instead of Rin? The answer is Himeko Nova. So I'm considering skipping Fate Collab. Maybe doing it later. Who knows? Stone, in the meantime, come see Genshin through me, Lamau, JK. If you're ever streaming Genshin, Stone, I'll try to make it. I'll try to make it. Because I do like Genshin. I try to keep up with the story. Like I know most of the main story points through Fontaine. I've watched a little bit of Natlan. So there's 5 other IDs that are blank. Holy shit. Goddamn. Watch it be like a Rita daughter and like some crazy stuff. I don't know. There's already leaks about Odette? Or really? God damn. And JD, I remember you telling me that you were a big fan of Odette, weren't you? So yeah, damn, you got lucky, huh? Flamer, by the way, that 4.4 key art is aware. Are you talking about the live stream art? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. This is I think one of my favorite official arts that Star Rail has ever done. I think you and I are talking about the same thing. Yeah, the special program art, yeah. But this will be a good transition to the tier list that we're gonna do here in just a bit. Hello? Did they remove it? It's not on the official English Star Rail. What? Excuse me. Hold on. I know what to do. I know what to do. So I'm gonna give you guys some Gulio Goldie Stars lore that happened today. Here. I'm just gonna open this and we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this as a visual before we get into the tier list. So most of you guys have probably seen this, right? The like Flamer was saying, the special program, the live streams this Friday. This they have, you know, official art, like an official poster art for the live stream. This is part of the official art. Here's some Gulio Goldie Stars lore. Me and my friend Goldie were talking today just on Discord. We were having a nice chat. He was rage baiting me. I was rage baiting him. It was mostly me rage baiting him. And we were just having a good time, you know, shooting the shit as you do. We eventually got to this point where the conversation transitioned towards Himeko, Nova, and the Astral Express. So at one point, for whatever reason, Goldie made a Discord sticker of not this, but the Astral Express 4.4 art. So basically the full version of this art right here. And he made a sticker of it. He sent it to me. And I responded by sending this to him. So this image right here. Right here. And I don't know what compelled him to respond with the same sticker again of the Astral Express. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to respond in kind. So I resent this image to him. And then he sent it back. Not this image, his sticker of the Astral Express. And then I sent this image back. And back and forth and back and forth and back and forth today. This happened like not even like 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago. I'm not shitting you. We exchanged Discord messages. Just him sending the Astral Express and me sending Himeko for 30 minutes straight. 30 minutes straight. We would have gone longer. We would have gone... I'm not kidding. Also, like, it is like every second of me just pressing on my keyboard, Control V, and the Himeko photo getting into my Discord, and me pressing space and enter. And Goldie, the Astral Express. So it was Astral Express, Himeko, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for 30 straight minutes every second. I'm not joking. I can, like, if I felt comfortable pulling up Discord, I would pull it up. You know what stopped it? You guys want to know what ended like the back and forth? I sent so many images in such a short period of time. I got logged out of Discord. Hold on. I'm comfortable showing. I took a picture of it on my phone. I'm pretty sure Discord thought that I was a bot. Like here. I took this picture today. Look, today. I wonder if I can get a timestamp. Yeah, here we go. Come on. I need you to focus. It's too white. Damn it. Let me try to get the focus there. It's not gonna work. It's too white. But I took this picture today. I got logged out of Discord. I'm pretty sure because it thought I was a bot because I kept sending too many messages, and that's what ended the streak. But yeah, for like 30 straight minutes, we were just doing that back and forth. I started, like, my hand started to hurt because I was just Control Ving back and forth and back and forth. I was watching League of Legends. I was watching T1. So I was entertained. So, hey, don't judge, guys. Don't judge. Listen, man, that's just typical me and Goldie shenanigans. That's just the way we roll. Let me catch up with you guys really quick. I don't want to skip everything. Flamer, I mean, are you really skipping the fake collab when the banner's gonna stay forever? Yeah, I like what I meant was probably skip it for 4.4. I want all of my summons to go into Himeko Nova if I do decide to do the big financial decision, right? It's still up in the air. But I'm like 80% yes, 20% no. So, but yeah, I would then summon later down the line, most likely. Stone, I stream Genshin, but it's kind of rare considering I also stream HSR, ZZZ, WUA, Enfield, and NTE. I think NTE is the stream that I came into last time, if I remember correctly, Stone. Or it was Enfield. I forget which. But holy shit, brother. I don't know how you do it. I do 4 gotchas, and I feel like I'm stretched thin. I feel like I'm stretched so thin. JD, yeah, my priorities are Odette, Voyasnita, and Vesna. I don't recognize the other two. I'll have to go back and like look at the cast again and kind of re-enter the images into my brain. Stone priorities are Saritsa, Vodianista, and Noi. I remember Noi kind of like getting made fun of just a little bit because like everyone's name was like the Saritsa's name is Anastasia, right? And it's like, and then you just have Noi. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Saritsa has like this really long dedicated name and it's just Noi. Flamer Odette's design and Vesna's design kind of tempts me to go back again. I probably won't because I don't like the gameplay, but it's tempting. There have been several times where I've been tempted to go back into Genshin. Like I was going to go back into Genshin when Skirk came out. Because I love Skirk. I think she's one of my favorite designs, if not my favorite design in Genshin. But then that's when I found out that my account got deleted or it like lost to the void. And I was like, whatever. So. JD did Saritsa for me as well since it's the only Archon I need to complete the collection. Yeah, I feel like most Genshin players have every Archon. So. Goldie, are you regaling them of our battle? Yes, I told them about our expansive 30-minute long Discord chat today, Goldie. Yeah, 30 straight minutes, man. 30 straight minutes. It was gonna have to stop eventually. I think it's so funny that I just got logged out. Like Discord was like, okay, all right, we need you guys to stop. Flamer, by the way, NTE is getting a whole D&D game mode. D&D game mode? That sounds interesting. Like, how does that work? Like, just straight up D&D with the character? That sounds interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. Sage, do you allow seeing art from X here? Yeah, Sage, go ahead. Send a link. As long as it's not, like, gonna get me in trouble with Twitch. Like, if it's gonna be, like, big boobs like Saritsa, like, no. But if it's, you know, something that won't get me in trouble with T's and C's, yeah, feel free to send it. Goldie, you were watching League. I was running errands and had to talk to someone. I was picking something up, and they probably saw me sending endless Astral Express pics like a madman. I suppose then that you were probably in a harsher situation than I was, because I was literally just sitting here watching T1 play Team Liquid, just pressing Control V over and over and over again. At 20 minutes, I was starting to wonder if we were going to go an hour. I think my limit was probably going to be like 3 to 4 hours just because I needed to have dinner. So at one point, I was like, I need to eat something. Sage, yeah, Saritsa's name is based on Anastasia, a princess in Russian royalty who was killed, but someone has pretended to be her for years. Actually, you guys might be proud of me for this. One of the few IRL lores that like Hoyoverse has used that I actually know about. I actually do know about Anastasia, just a little bit. I'm not a historian. Like I'm not gonna tell you like the full details about the story of Anastasia, but I do know that one. All right, let's take a look. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Hold on. This is on my Gulio account. I want this for my personal account as well. So I'm gonna copy the link. Thank you very much, Sage. I will take any Himeko art that I can get. Flamer, literally entering a D&D world, a very different gameplay and stuff. Hmm. Interesting. Well, I'll have to look into it. I've always wanted to get into D&D. Just my brother, my little brother, at one point he got really addicted to D&D, and he invited me a few times to go play with him and his friends, but it was really difficult because at the time when my brother was addicted to D&D, I was at college and I wasn't living at my parents' place. So it was like it would have to line up for whenever I visited. It was gonna be hard. Goldie, motherfucker, I knew it. I was like, this guy's pressing Control V and watching a video or something. Yeah, yeah. I had a lot of videos shoot. I could have gone for a while, Austin. I could have gone for a hot minute because I probably could have gone all the way to like 10 p.m. to midnight. I think at that point I would have been too hungry to keep going. So. Sage, I just gotta be careful. Lots of sexual art of Himeko Nova. Yeah, yeah. Not that I dislike sexual art of Himeko Nova. Himeko is both mother and mommy. Does that make sense? Himeko can play both roles. She is both mommy and mother. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't want to get in trouble with Twitch. So we're not gonna show any heavy NSW stuff. Goldie, I would have too, because anytime I felt like I was getting worn out, all that was in my head was prove your love for the Astral Express. You don't need to prove your love for the Astral Express. I know about the love of the Astral Express. Oh, I think I have this one liked on my personal. This one is also really good. This one is Sage. Keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, brother. Just in case, I'm pretty sure I do have this one liked on my personal. But I'm going to save it just in case. All right. Speaking of Himeko Nova, let's go ahead and get into the tier list, shall we? So this is what I have. Viet, if you're still around on YouTube, this is what we got today. They're all SSS tier. They're all SSS tier. We're just going to be ranking them in the same tier list. So probably my fave, It's Her Smile. I'll try to see if I can remember. Is that Mavika from Genshin? Look, Stone. Okay. I know Mavuika isn't technically a Himeko Nova. Okay. Not a Himeko. Mavuika isn't technically a Himeko. I understand that. I'm aware. But we're kind of doing like the Hoyoverse, like Himeko, like encompassing thing here. Like we're not gonna do. Yeah, like exactly. Like Remiel, like Goldie's gonna do like a Alicia like version of this, because you know Goldie with his pink girls and stuff. So Remiel, Alicia, Mavuika, no Remiel, Mavuika, Himeko. Yes, Yinlin. We're not gonna be ranking Yinlin Agasta. They are here because this was the best version of the tier list I could find. This is the closest tier list that I could find. We're not going to be ranking them. So at the end of the day, it's just going to be these five, where these two are going to stay at the bottom. This is the best one I could find. So I wanted to get rid of them. But I don't think there's a way you can delete like something here. I guess like I could make my own tier list, right? How difficult is it to like copy a tier list and like make it? Oh, actually, I'm not seeing a copy here. Maybe you got to log in or something. Who knows, right? But yeah, no, we're not ranking Yinlin and Agasta. They're just here because whoever made this tier list, just for whatever reason, decided to put them in. Another thing that we're not doing, I know Honkai Impact the Third Himeko has a ton of skins. Like she's got like, not a ton, but she's got a decent amount. But most of them aren't like special. Like they're just skins for the sake of being skins. We're not ranking those. We're ranking these five. We're ranking the Honkai Impact the Third base Himeko, Vermillion Knight, Mavuika, Honkai Star Rail base Himeko, and then Himeko Nova. I feel like that's fair. Is that fair? Like we're hitting the main ones, and you know that's good enough for me. Sage, did you see the memes of Sarita becoming warm again, and she gets her had pink hair all along? Is the link that you send it describing that? Oh, I did see this. I did see. I don't think I saw this image, but I saw something similar to this. I I don't dislike this design. I think it's pretty good actually. But what I dislike about this image in particular is the smile. I think that Saritsa is being presented as like a cold, distant, emotionless, detached character. And the smile on this image kind of detracts from that in my opinion. But I do like the pink hair, the change in eyes, don't really dislike it. I think it looks good. But also I think they nailed it with her design. Like her actual design, I think they really got it good. Stone, I just found it funny, Lamau. No, yeah, like this is the best I can do, guys. This is the best I can do. But when we download the tier list at the end, and I download it, like it's just gonna be these five. Sage, we have an implication as to why she's cold now. Well, don't tell me. Don't tell me because I eventually do want to catch up to the Genshin story. So let me experience it for myself. Flamer, side note, as time goes, Sui Sui keeps climbing my ranking for my favorite Wua design. She might be in my top 5. Wait, I need to remind myself on that. Oh, this one. This one. She is really good. She is a cool design. I am still on my favorite of like the recent Wuthering Waves designs being the Nine-Tail Fox. I forgot her name. You know, if you guys could remind me in chat. I don't keep up with Wuthering Waves. Goldie, I'm up to 19 variants on my list. Oh wait, I should put OG Remiel on it to 20. OG, oh, like Goth Remiel? Yeah, I think Goth Remiel is good, important, and distinct enough to put on there. Hyson, yeah, or Hisin, or whatever you pronounce it. She's a legit Sentinel. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Goth was on there. I mean, 100 years ago, Remiel. Oh, hmm. Sure. Why not? I mean, it's yours. It's your list, right? Stone Ameth will probably never be replaced as my favorite Woo character. Ameth is fucking awesome. Based on what I saw, like a video once of like Ameth doing Ameth things. I will try to talk about Ameth as non-spoilery as possible because Goldie is here and Goldie. I want Goldie to experience Ameth with no spoilers because based on what I've seen of Ameth, she might end up Goldie's favorite character of all time. So I don't want to spoil anything for him. Yeah, he's going off in chat. Sage, favorite Woo character is still Jin C for me. I'm always gonna be on the Chong-Li train. I'm sorry. I know that makes me vanilla because like Chong-Li is like the most popular Wuthering Waves character, or like one of the most popular Wuthering Waves characters. But man, Chong-Li was my first love in Wuthering Waves. Though I was a big fan of Yinlin as well, but Chong-Li was on a different level. Sage, La Hall Roy is over. We are heading back to China. We are never leaving. Never leave China. Always China. So yeah, I know literally I used Ameth once and Goldie proceeded to type Ameth in all caps. Well, you know, let's be perfectly honest. Like I feel like Goldie deserves 10 times like what he's put in chat with anything that he wants because of how many times I've gone into Goldie's chat and just spammed the mother whenever Himeko appeared on screen whenever he was playing through Plan Arcadia. Because for the majority of Plan Arcadia, I for whatever reason, just circumstances, I would finish the story first, which allowed me to go into Goldie's chat to like, you know, watch him stream. And then whenever Himeko would appear on stream, I would just spam mother. So I feel like Goldie deserves his caps dues, you know? Like so I owe it to him. But there will be a time where I will time him out and ban him from forever. Is he still here? Okay, good. He's still here. Don't tell him though. Don't tell him. Nobody tell him. Okay. You can't silence me? Yes, I can. Here I can at least. Eventually. But overall, no, I can't. So Planet Kenny has been a fun build up, to be honest. That's why I'm excited for ZZZ, since it reminds me of Penacone. Planet Arcadia is going to be really dependent for me on 4.4. If 4.4 hits, I think I'm going to be happy with Planet Arcadia. Which, let's be honest, 4.4 is going to hit, especially for me, because I mean, just look at your screen, right? Like who's the important character in 4.4? Like, let's be honest. Like, let's be real. Like, I'm gonna like 4.4. So yeah, Planet Arcadia is gonna hit for me. But yeah, ZZZ Rose Califer, bro. Oh my god, Rose Califer is just cinema, peak fiction. By the way, I'm fully caught up on ZZZ now, guys. For all my ZZZ chatters, fully caught up, and I'm not joking. Every event, every exploration, like everything, I'm done. Like, I've got all of my character bonding maxed. Like, I have Pyrovis maxed, like M2, like that shit's all done. Rose Califer is all done for the most part. The only thing I'm missing is like the last like rare card quest, you know, the one where you have to like talk to the bear. Like, that's the one I'm missing. But everything else, I'm done. I'm good. So I am right there with you guys. Goldie, 4.4 is going to be my all-time favorite patch, probably. It depends on... It's going to have to reach 3.4 levels, which it could. It could, so... Stone, no. Sage, do you see another Himeko twist coming with how she survived for so long? No, I think Himeko is going to live. I would be surprised if she like died in some way. Now they could do it like a bittersweet way. Like maybe Himeko Nova like merges with like the original Himeko or some shit, and like she loses her memories or something like that, or like who knows, right? But I don't think they will ever remove one of the Astral Express members from the main cast permanently. Like, I don't think we'll ever have Welt like leave the main cast. I don't think March will like ever leave the main cast at any point for whatever reason, like death or just whatever. I actually don't think I don't think Sunday's leaving anymore. I think Sunday stays to the end. So Stone, right now my top HSR patches are 3.7 and 3.3. Good, those are good choices, absolutely. 3.4 to me is supreme. To me it's like 3.4, and then it's like a mix of like 3.7, 3.6, 2.2, and you know, all the big patches, right? So Goldie, they're my real family. They are real to me. Remiel chatbot said so. You guys want to know how I deal with Goldie's like HSR psychosis these days? I'm like on the verge of like messaging like Goldie's like best friend IRL and scheduling an intervention. Like a full on like call the hotline, like, hey, we gotta set up an intervention, man. Like it has to happen. Like we're looking out for our dude. JD, I have 80 pools saved for now and no guarantee. Please, Himeko, come home. JD, I'm sending my luck your way. I'm praying for you, man. I'm giving you what I can. We got all of us have to hold hands. JD, Sage, Goldie, Stone, everyone, Flamer. All of us, we got to hold hands, clasp forearms together, summon at the same time, and we're all going to get Himeko Nova first pool. Watch, it's going to happen. Sage, it would hit really hard if Imagine Himeko was going to give her life to let real Himeko survive, but the latter realized the curse was going to kill her no matter what and found the way to let the Imagine live on in her stead. It'll probably be one of the animated shorts. Sage, I'm not joking with you. I think that's exactly what happened. I'm not bullshitting you. That is what I fully anticipate is going to be the writing direction they decide to go with Himeko. Like once we find out like what happened with her past. So Goldie, you can't stop me. I can absolutely stop you. I've just chosen not to. So must I show you chat you going mega crazy over Remiel a few weeks ago? No, I've seen I've seen it in real time. So you guys need to understand everything that you see from Goldie on stream and in my chat, I experience 10 times over in real life. This is a constant for me. This is not like a hey like do the stream. Goldie does not change between stream and IRL, so it is just being sent my way consistently. So, but we love him for it. We schedule interventions when we need to. Sage. Also, Himeko looks great in art, but Welt is locking in. Yeah, and that Goldie will tell you this. I think all of us probably think this, right? Is the 4.4 special program art not one of the best, let alone special program arts, just straight up one of the best official arts in Star Rail, period? Like, period. Like, everything. Like, is it just not one of the best official arts we've ever gotten? Like, Himeko looks incredible. Welt, super fucking cool. Sunday in the back, aura farming. March looking like super emotionally vulnerable. Both trailblazers. And of course, you know, Asat Pramod boss fight in the background. You're just chilling. And then Dan Hung's Dan Hung. He's just always there. You know, I was kind of hoping that they would give us some Biviter Lune in the 4.4 art. I think that would have been cool, but they didn't. So, Goldie David is my first run before I go crazy on stream. It's my favorite art ever. 3.7 is very close, but 4.4 art is my favorite patch art. No. Not just patch art. Period. Any art. Just drip marketing. Like CG art in the story. Just like, yeah, okay, good. I think it's up there. I think it could be top 3. My favorite official art that Star Rail has ever done. Do you guys remember that one shot in the Myriad Celestia for Cyrene, where she's like floating like Kingdom Hearts style on her back? That's my favorite Honkai Star Rail official art of all time. That one is, I think, going to be number 1 for a long time. That one just hits so hard for me. Sage, I think it's hard to top the 3.4 art, but I love that it's a full-on Astral Express masterpiece. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the 3.4 one. Yeah, this one is great, but I prefer the 4.4 art. My favorite art is the 3rd anniversary. That's another good one, Stone. The 3rd anniversary art is really good as well. Yeah, that one is fantastic. So, but yeah, I think for me, the 4.4 art is number 1 above all. And top 3, and probably even number 2, I would say, behind that Siren. Hold on. We're gonna find it. I want to. This is. I literally just need to search up Siren. Bitch. Oh, speaking of Himeko, have you guys seen Cooking with Valkyries? For my Honkai Impact the 3rd fanboys, I haven't watched this in forever. Please go watch this. It's so adorable. Cyrene Myriad Celestia. This one. It's like around here. This is my favorite official art that Star Rail has ever done, right here. I love this one. I had this as my wallpaper for a long time. So this singular image is going to be number 1 for a while, I think, for me. But I think the 4.4 special program art is number 2, to be honest. The small Rini conductor, indeed. That's another piece of Discord lore that we probably don't need to be getting into. Okay, all right, guys, we're approaching an hour. I do want to kind of get through this before the hour and a half mark, so we're gonna try to do this in 30 minutes. Okay, and honestly, we've only got 5 characters to rank. So how am I going to be ranking these characters? Don't give us all the Discord lore. Stone, if I were to give you all the Discord lore, we would be here for days, for weeks. So, Goldie, SMH didn't recognize me as the big Rini conductor. I wouldn't have recognized you, but I needed to make a deal. So, I needed to make a negotiation, an exchange. So, okay, we're getting into the tier list, guys. I've yapped for 50 minutes. I gotta eat dinner eventually. I gotta eat something. So we're gonna get through this. Goldie, I needed to make the news of the deal public. It's public. It's semi-public. My stream is not fully public, I would say. So okay, the tier list, right? How are we ranking these? We're ranking these mostly based on design and personality / behaviors. I'm not going to be including story arc in this to that extent for two reasons. Number one, the most important reason, I don't know enough about Mavuika. Like I said, I've only experienced part of the Natlan Genshin story, or Natlan, however you want to pronounce it. So I do not want to be ranking a character too heavily based on their story arc if I don't know that the full extent, the full scope of their character arc. I feel like that's fair, right? I feel like it just makes sense to like, hey, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, don't fucking talk about it, right? Too deeply. So that's number one. That's the most important part. One day I will experience Natlan in full, and I can probably have a better perspective on Movuika's character. And number two, when it comes to character arcs, when it comes to not like a story arc, but a character arc, that is much more subjective than a story arc. You can judge a story arc much more objectively compared to a character arc, because with character arcs, that does depend a little bit, on a character's personality and behaviors, right? Because there's relatability, right? I might have my own life circumstances, like my own IRL circumstances, that endears me to a specific character more than you, right? So that's completely subjective. I can't really control that. And so for that specific reason, ranking a character specifically based on the writing of their character arc, when it comes to being this specific, like we are ranking like versions of the same character arc, that becomes very subjective. So we are going to limit this mainly to design and just their overall personality, and maybe a little bit of their character arc, maybe a little bit of their character writing, but just a tiny bit. It's not going to be weighed that heavily. So, all right, let me catch up with chat here really quick and we'll get started. Flamer, I'm very interested in what's going to happen with the Trailblazer after the trailer. In 3.6, we learned about an upcoming event where the Trailblazer will face betrayal, lose his way, and seek answer. Now, at the time, it seemed like he was talking about Evernight. However, that same line later reaffirmed in 3.8, meaning that it's not talking about Trailblazer. Afterward, when we asked Silver Wolf when we can see Firefly again, she said that the script says, wait till you face yourself now. With the Red-Eye Trailblazer, I think this moment is coming soon. I don't think it's going to happen here, I will say. I think it's going to happen in the patch where the Firefly SP gets reintroduced, right? I think what happens is, hey, we're in a new planet. Firefly is around. She's going to get an SP. Some shit happens. The Trailblazer is like at the lowest point, and then the Firefly SP is going to be a big part on why the Trailblazer is going to be like getting back on their feet, right? So Goldie, send me in Discord when you're done because I have to go watch soccer. I need to go watch soccer as well. Okay, we got to get through this in 30 minutes, guys. USA is going to play here soon. So, Sage, why is Kayla's reaching for Himeko Nova in the 4.4 art? She's very somber too. Because it's trying to debate us. Guys, keep your copium. Keep your copium. They're trying to bait us to believe that Himeko is going to die, but she's not going to die. As we're going to believe. As long as we believe everything is going to be okay. So, Andreas on YouTube, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Just arrived late, but not too late. What are we doing? Andreas, I am living up to my name as a Himeko superfan, and we're going to be ranking the major versions of Himeko in Hoyoverse. So, in my opinion, there's 5. So, the thing is, the latest improv tooler really implied something big will happen with the Trailblazer in 4.4. I think part of it is just because I am just so heavily against them removing an Astral Express member permanently. I just don't see that happening. So maybe if Himeko wasn't a part of the Astral Express and she was like just a major character from Planar Arcadia, I'd be more inclined to believe it, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Sage, waiting for Himeko's revival during the Amphorius or return. Yeah, if they are going to kill Himeko or something like that, like remove her from the game for an extended period of time, I think she gets brought back. Like I don't think they're going to make any major impacts on the Astral Express. To me, that just feels weird. So, Andreas, okay, I'll see why you're ranking them. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Okay. So, we're going to start from basically the bottom to the top, right? You guys probably already know what's at the bottom. I've talked about it, already a little bit in the stream, right? I'm sorry, Mavuika. I don't know you all too well. I have yet to experience like her character arc in full. But the main reason why I think Mavuika is fifth for me is because I don't like the bodysuit. I don't like the bodysuit. Like when I think of Himeko, like, let's go to Mavuika, right? And I know she's not a Himeko, right? She's not a Himeko. She's her own character, but we're letting it stretch a bit far, right? When I look at Mavuika, I kind of feel like I was expecting something different. Like I don't think the design is bad, but like I was expecting something like almost like noble or like royal, right? Like intimidating, something closer to like a Chrysos air design, for example, or something that is more epic in nature. Because like, let's be honest, like most of the like archons that we've gotten to know that are of similar stature as Mavuika, so really just like Zhongli and Raiden A, or really Raiden Shogun, right? The tall archons is what I'm trying to say. The archons that are supposed to be presented as an adult. They have designs that are more, I wouldn't call it simple, but they're, well, maybe simple is the word. No, the designs aren't simple because Raiden Shogun's design is unique and, compared to the rest of the archons, they're well rounded, if that makes sense, right? I feel like whenever you have an archon design like Mavuika's, like you guys know, like this was controversial when it first came out. Like a lot of people were like, really? Like a full-on bodysuit? It like the more I see on it, the more I see it, the more I can get behind it, like the more I like it. But it's just like I feel it's like we all had expectations for her design on what it was gonna be like. Like, for example, I think most of us were expecting Augusta, right? Like most of us were expecting something closer to Augusta. And so I feel like it's not a bad design. I just feel like it's a design that took a risk when you really didn't need to take a risk. Did the risk pay off? You can argue, right? Like, okay, like maybe you can argue whether or not the design paid the risk paid off. But in my opinion, I feel like they should have played it safe. They should have gone something more similar to like Augusta or like Himeko Nova. Just like, hey, make her cool, make her intimidating, make her imposing. Just give us like a cool, simple design. So design wise, not my favorite. Personality wise, I like her a lot. I'm a big fan of characters that are like, hey, I am strong, independent, and I'm gonna like take the burden of the situation onto myself, because that's generally like the kind of personality that I get from her. But she's obviously like coming from a place of like, hey, I'm not this way. Partly the part of the reason Mavuika the way she is, right, is just her natural personality, right? But there's clearly like in her backstory something that has led to her being the way she is, right? She's not as like self-sacrificial, or maybe self-sacrificial is not the word. Like, I don't know what the word is, but selfless, maybe selfless. Mavuika is not completely selfless solely based on her natural traits, right? Something happened in her past that I don't know yet, that I still have yet to experience, that caused her to be behaving the way she is. But her fight against fuck me, the Harbinger. Don't tell me. I'm gonna. There's. Don't tell me the name. Don't tell me the name. I'll get it eventually. God damn it! I'm not gonna get it. All right, tell me the name. Tell me the name in chat. The Harbinger that I'm forgetting. I should remember this, but I'm not. Capitano, thank you. Her fight against Capitano, I did watch. I thought that was fucking badass as shit. I'm excited to see how Capitano, because I kind of know where Capitano's gonna end up. Right? They didn't make him playable. Why didn't they make him playable? I can kind of guess why. So I'm kind of excited to see where Capitano goes, right, and how Mavuika plays into that. Like I do fully believe they're gonna ally together against, the boss that is from the abyss. I forget the name as well. But long story short, right? Mavuika's cool. The main thing is I don't know her well enough, and also I don't not the biggest fan of her design. So, but I feel it's more because they're comparing it to the other Natlan designs. Yeah, like I feel like I feel like they tried to like play this even ground of like, okay, we need something kind of unique to Natlan, like the same color scheme, right? Like Augusta's character design doesn't fit Natlan. It just like it's like that not a design you would think like would be a part of a Natlan cast character. But there was a way to do it, I think. For me, I wouldn't have gone bodysuit. I just wouldn't. So yeah, I think determined is the word, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Andreas, Honkai Impact the third rank one at giving everyone trauma until the end of game. Yeah. If we're going off of Himekos that gave us trauma, yeah, absolutely. So, Andreas, quick question: are you gonna watch stream Snezhnaya? I'll watch definitely. Maybe we'll react to some trailers, but the actual story, no. Because I am not caught up with Genshin. I have not played Genshin in years, and I would not want to play Genshin just Snezhnaya. That would feel unfair to the Genshin story and the Genshin story writers. Maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the line, I decide to do Genshin, we burst through all the story, and we do Snezhnaya then. But no, probably not. So, Andreas, the Abyss doesn't really have a name, but they take forms of legend, image, the dragon. No, there's like a boss, right, in Natland that's like supposed to be from the Abyss. I know that. So, Sage Mavuka's kit is really cool, but yeah, she's a biker in general. Yeah, they definitely wanted to go down like the biker angle, and that's cool and all, but I just feel like there was a more like less risky path to take with her like design that would have worked a bit more. Sage, actually, there's like so many reasons that he's coming back at some point. I would love for Capitano to come back. Absolutely. What's going on, Swev? You're on Lark. All right, Swev. All good, brother. Good to see you here regardless. Love to see you here, Swev. Hope all is good, brother. Hope all is good. So now, like, there's at least a lore reason for the bike. I do know that there's a reason for the bike. I just don't know what that reason is. Yeah. Like I said, I have bits and pieces here or there, right? And maybe I don't deserve to be called a Himeko super fan, right? If I like, maybe I should have waited to do this tier list until after I fully watched the Natland story, right? But come on, Himeko Nova's coming out, right? I gotta jump on the hype train. Not like I really need to. Not like I have to prove my love for Himeko, right? Sage, this was a past Mavuika design in her lore. No spoilers. Let's take a look. Yeah, this would have been better for me. Like this I think is, if I like this design much more. If this was Mavuika's design, perfect in my opinion. Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, a bodysuit doesn't necessarily. It feels out of place. That's where I've been trying to get to this entire time. To me, Mavuika in a bodysuit just feels out of place. I don't think it's bad. I don't necessarily think that it doesn't fit her. But in the Genshin storyline and in Natlan and like the culture behind it, it does feel a bit out of place for me. Sage, honestly, they can make this a paid skin. I'd get it personally. Oh yeah, 1000%. 1000%. If they made this a skin, I'd be very happy. So, anywho, that is Mavuika, right? I think most of us expected her to be ranked last from me. And I think the general consensus is, right, when you're comparing these 5 versions of Himeko, right, I think most people would have Mavuika last. I haven't seen that much love from Mavuika, unfortunately. Like, I also think Mavuika gets like she got like a bad hand dealt to her. Cause like, how do you follow up Fontaine and Farina, right? Like, we all experienced Fontaine and Farina, and then we were like, holy shit, this is the best story Genshin has ever told. And now like, I'm so excited to see what Natlan has for us. And that's just a hard act to follow, isn't it? Right? That's just really difficult to follow. So yeah, I feel like a lot of things with Mavuika just didn't pan out. Like, Just unfortunate situation to be in for her, but it is what it is. So, not to say I dislike her. I love her. I think she's awesome. She's a Himeko variant, and you know what? She'll be high in my list because of that. Flamer, I don't really think it feels out of place, but it looks too simple. I think for me, if you are gonna go down the bodysuit route, give her like a jacket. Like I would want them to like proportion out her upper body a bit more. You know what I mean? Like imagine Mavuika. Let's go back to her, like the image that we had here. Like imagine this design, but with like an Evelyn like jacket on the back. Well, like what that's not hanging loosely. Like she has the jacket on, right? I feel like that would have been a bit preferable for me. Like I just feel like the bodysuit feels a bit too skinny for her in a way. Or maybe I want more volume in the upper body. So Sage, Not Lunge has had big issues in general due to no dark skinned characters based on when it's based on African type culture mixed in with other European cultures. Yes, that is I do remember that controversy, which I do think is very valid criticism, right? If you're going to have a region based on African culture and you're going to have characters without dark skin, that's bordering on some pretty heinous shit, right? Like, then let's be real. Like, Hoyoverse is a Chinese company. You know, we kind of know what some of the Asian culture's temperament towards, unfortunately, African countries are like. So, Andreas, what character is that on the right? Like Fei Xiao? What like Fei Xiao? Oh, Fei Xiao, you mean like actually, you know what? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Imagine if Mavuika had a jacket like this over her bodysuit. So that's just, and obviously not white, like black and stuff. So, Flamer, personally, I don't really agree with that, with the jacket or the African culture thing, because yeah, everyone is in obviously has a different perspective on all that. I wouldn't call it quite, you know, it's walking a fine line is what I would say. I wouldn't say it's quite like harmful in any sense of the word, but I do think you're walking a fine line at that point. The character on the very right, Andreas, is Yinlin from Wuthering Waves, and then the character next to her is Agasta. Don't worry, we're not ranking those two characters. They are here simply because of the fact that the tier list maker decided to put them on this tier list for whatever reason. So we are just ranking these first five. Sage, there's a Fei Xiao type character in Enfield releasing soon. Ooh, badass. God damn. I like Fei Xiao. She's cool. I just think there's been other characters that have come out since Fei Xiao that I just vibe with a bit more. So she's just like slowly but surely getting pushed down the list. So, okay, getting to the next one. I feel like most of us know what the top three is, right? We're gonna go to base HI3 Himeko. Now, from like a character writing perspective, you could very much argue that base HI3 Himeko is pretty fucking high, right? But again, we're ranking mostly based on design and just like personality / behavior. And base HI3 Himeko before, you know, this moment, like before the moment, right? Okay. Like she's the top three are the top three for a reason, right? But there's a lot of cool things with Honkai Impact the Third Himeko before Vermillion Night that you can talk about. But obviously, she's a mentor for our main, you know, trio for Kiana, Mei, and Branya, and you can throw in Fuhua in there as well. And she's got fantastic character dynamics with every single one of those characters, right? Especially Kiana, right? There's a reason why her death hit us so hard. It's because we were like, we really love this character, but more importantly, we know that Kiana and all the rest of our favorite characters also really love this character, and now she's gone. Like you guys know what one of my favorite Honkai Impact the Third moments is? You guys know when they did the fucking Amazing Grace like animated like short, or it's not even like an animated short, because you guys know when like Kiana's like, I think it's right before the Lament of the Fallen animation, or is it after? It's when Kiana is going to go sacrifice herself for to save humanity. The first time, or one of the first times, and she's like on the ground, and then like she like has a vision of Himeko coming through, and Amazing Grace plays. Bro, that shit hits like crack. I got such goosebumps. Hold on, let's take a look at this character from Sage here. Oh, she's cool. I like her. Oh, she can step on me any day. 1000%. Don't say Ayo in chat. Don't say Ayo in chat. You guys already know me. But no, yeah, there's a lot of things about Honkai Impact the Third Himeko that are amazing. If you guys want to start connecting it to Star Rail, right? Like like Welt, not like Honkai Impact the Third Welt. No, the Welt from Honkai Star Rail that we know and love, fucking, is all the way back in Honkai Impact Third. He is Himeko, this original Himeko's mentor. Like Himeko goes to school, and I think it's California. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? I think that is so funny. Doesn't Himeko go to like college or something, and it's in California? Like that to me is just like so funny. Like just to say like Himeko went to study in California. She goes to school. Like, you know, location doesn't matter. And Welt is her teacher. Like he is just there. He is a friend of her father, which is still Ryusuke. And he like actually like grows and like cares about her, and they have a really nice like teacher student dynamic. And I personally believe that one of the biggest reasons why Welt is on the Astral Express is to look after Himeko, because we all know that Himeko from Honkai Impact the Third, I mean, she's not around anymore. So Welt's like, well, fuck, I gotta protect, you know, this version of Himeko because, you know, I failed the first time. Well, he didn't really fail, but like, you know, the original, you know, version that he first knew did die. Sage, imagine a Welt SP is him connecting to the Void Archives during a HSR storyline. Well, that is interesting because a lot of us think that Void Archives is just Locha. So we'll see where that goes. I do think we're going to get a Welt SP eventually. Eventually. So, but it won't be, I don't think it'll be in 4.x. I don't think it'll be in 5.x. I think it'll be like endgame. So, because like Welt's like in the overall Hoyoverse lore, he's like super pivotal in everything, right? So, but he does seem to be using the key. What's the key called? His like Dark Star, or whatever it's called, in the 4.4 official art that we got for the program. So Welt might be doing something in 4.4. That's for damn sure. Don't see it anytime soon. His buffs are crazy for his base 5-star. That's also true, right? Welt's Nova Flare was very strong, though. Oh, here we go. Oh, the African culture thing. The way I see it is being inspired by a real life figure doesn't really mean you need to apply real life logic to it. Absolutely, 1000%. At the end of the day, this is a fantasy world which isn't even supposed to be Earth to begin with. No, I agree, 100%. You just because something is inspired in your story doesn't mean that you have to dedicate yourself to the, you know, to the in real life visual or aesthetic inspiration of that culture. You can respect and honor culture in different ways in your story. The problem is once in the other areas of the cultures, right? In like take for example Inazuma, or take for example Mondstadt, or you know Liyue, right? There are visual and aesthetic choices for those characters to make them seem more like their IRL culture, right? And I think, for example, with what's the fourth one? The Dendro one. Irminsul is the tree. That's not the name. It's okay. So let me go in order. Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma. I am forgetting my Genshin lore. Sumeru, thank you. With Sumeru, you did get a little bit of like, you know, you did get a little bit of like Middle Eastern and like Indian like aesthetic choice and design. But so like if you have these other regions that were inspired by specific cultures IRL, and you do have visual and aesthetic elements of those cultures from IRL life in those regions, right? Why is Natlan different, right? Now, it could have just purely been a design choice, right? But why does the pattern stop? That's where I have an issue with it. Like that's where the fine line is being walked for me personally. Because I agree with you, Flamer. I think 1000% you can have something in a story visually different, but still inspired by an IRL culture. That is 1000% a thing. You don't always have to do what like Avatar: The Last Airbender did, because Avatar: The Last Airbender goes like full in on like, hey, we are inspired by in real life cultures and people, and we're gonna fully dedicate ourselves to researching that culture and make sure it is represented in our story very closely to what is the way it's represented in real life. But you don't necessarily have to do that. So, but yeah, it is a very what's it called? It is a very sensitive issue that it is important, right? It is important, but it is a very sensitive issue, and it was a big deal when the cast for Notland got first announced, right? And you do have some darker skinned characters in Notland, right? What's the cat lady? Hold on. The Geo one, or the lion girl. Yeah, her. She's kind of. Then that's not her. Can I just get the name, please? Gilonen, right? She is darker skinned, so there is some. So, okay, moving on with the list. So I think Honkai Impact, the third base Himeko for me, is fourth, just because her design is cool. I like her design a lot, but it's not doing anything too special, right? It's not breaking like my mind. So, but again, her personality is awesome. I mean, all five of these versions of Himeko are great. Going to number 3, you guys might be surprised by this. I actually think I'm gonna put Star Rail Himeko here, because keep in mind, I'm not focusing too much on character arc. Like I said, this is mostly design, and this is mostly like personality and and behavior, right? And let's be real, like you can't like come on. So, but I think for me, the top 3 are so powerful in so many different ways. I think Himiko's like standard Star Rail design is so good, because it's kind of what I was hoping they would do with Mavuika. It is both simple but also like complex in a way that makes it feel like it flows. It feels right on her. Like it also feels right in the Star Rail kind of like sphere and in the Star Rail like environment / ecosystem. Like there are so many things I love about standard Himiko's design. Let's go to Star Rail here. Like I know a lot of people are just like, why is like her jacket like hanging off like her shoulder like on one side, and one sleeve she does have it through. I love it personally. I love the asymmetricalness of her jacket. The dress is like so long and flowy. Can we talk about her hair? Can I get like a can I just search up Himeko Star Rail hair? Like, look at how amazing her hair, like the shadows on her hair are so good, and the way it flows. We don't get hair like this anymore in Star Rail. Like this is like a one of a kind like hair modeling that they did. So, Flamer, hold on. What do I think this is? Where is this from? I mean, this is obviously like a fucking badass like mystical peacock of some kind. Or maybe peacock's not, like some badass mystical bird. Well, I don't know what this is, but it looks fucking cool. So hey, but yeah, I love her standard design. I think it's fantastic. Her light cone standard banner, Himiko's light cone, is I honestly think my favorite light cone art in the game. Like this, oh my god, it's just gorgeous. It is so good. It's a weapon, sweet signature. That is dope. That is badass. That would be such a cool weapon. Andres, really? I think Himeko HSR has really beautiful dress, so motherly. I think If here's the deal. If you were to ask me to name my my favorite designs of these five Himekos, I do think I prefer this design, standard banner Himeko design, over Vermillion Knight. I do. I think I like her standard banner design more than Vermillion Knight. But Vermillion Knight has more impact, right? The scope of Vermillion Knight's design is like much higher, right? It's an armor. It's a battle suit. It's supposed to inspire you and cause your adrenaline to spike. Whereas with Himiko's standard banner design, it's supposed to just be a kind of like a design that isn't made for an explicit purpose, right? Like Vermilion Knight is there because we're gonna create the best or one of the best animated shorts the world has ever seen, right? Whereas Himeko standard banner Saw Rail, it's more like we're designing a character that's going to be around for a long time. She's a main cast member. We can't go too heavy on her design. Like, it's one of those things where like I do feel like Himeko standard banner design is more consistent and flows better for me. Like, for me, if I were to say like this design is like a 9 out of 10 for me, and Vermilion Knight is like an 8 out of 10, right? If you were to like use a number like so, well, it's probably closer. Like, this design is like a 9.5. Vermilion Knight's like a 9 out of 10. But Vermilion Knight had a harder journey to get to that 9 out of 10, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm not explaining myself well. Moving on. But I mean, out of all the Himekos, Himeko from Star Rail is my favorite personality. That's why I love her. That's why for the past however many months, for the past half year, I have been simping for this character on stream constantly. And it's why, like, Goldie will tell you, I've been simping for this character since the start of the game. From the very beginning. Like Andreas, like you said it, she's so motherly. She's caring and loving in all the smart ways, but also like very clearly mature and intelligent and calm, cool, collected. She's a good leader. She's a good role model. There's like so many things about Himeko that I just love, and it all comes back to the fact that she is just so motherly. I am absolutely a mama's boy. The stream title is not just a joke. I love my mother more than anything else in the world. Well, alongside my father and my brother, right? Because you can't choose, right? Impossible to choose, right? But like, I just feel like very rarely do I ever see like motherness portrayed well in storytelling. Because let's be honest, most of the time in stories, like especially fantasy stories, the mother is just dead. Especially these days, right? How many times do we get like a genuine like alive mother in fictional storytelling these days that was like around and present for like the main story? Like most of the time they're gone or they're dead, or they just never mention them. So Flamer, by the way, that weapon isn't even a miniature, it is fully sized. God damn. Sweet using a full-on bird for their weapon. Just a full-on mythical peacock. So, but yeah, I love Himeko Star Rail standard banner design so much, and her personality. Actually, you know what? Am I gonna change my mind midstream? Okay, let's put it here for now, and we'll go back. We'll go back. Andreas, then I have to tell you, HSR Himeko looks like a dead wife on the movie. Guys, we can't let Hoyoverse. We have to show them that we're confident, right? Like we can't tell them that we're weak. We've got to show Hoyoverse that we've got the copium necessary to make sure that Himeko stays alive. If we start to worry about Himeko dying, if we start to worry about Himeko potentially, leaving the Astral Express in some way, shape, or form, they're gonna prey on our fear. They're gonna take advantage of our fear. That's what drives Xiaoji. He tries to traumatize us. But if we show Xiaoji that we're not afraid of him, that we fully believe that Himeko is gonna live, then what can he do to us, right? We have to believe. Everything's gonna be okay. This is not copium. This is belief. No, 1000%. Himeko does, especially these days, right? She does kind of like have that death flag on her constantly. I feel like the death flag on Himeko is like enhanced even further by the fact that Honkai Impact the third Himeko died, right? Like a lot of us from the very beginning of Star Rail were like, hey, this character, Himeko, love her. But her other self, you guys took her away from me. Not falling for the same trick twice. You know what I'm saying? Like, fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, shame on me. So I feel like a lot of us are just traumatized. We just have PTSD from Final Lesson, right? Sage, I feel like you'll have to come back to this after the 4.4 story. No, you guys don't understand. Number one is number one. You guys already know where number one's happening. A 4.4 story might just expand the gap between number one and number two, but we'll see what happens. Flamer, the broken glass on Himiko's side as well as tears dropping from her doesn't give me confidence in the key art. We believe, guys. Come on, we can't let Xiaoji know that we're weak. We have to be strong. We have to hold it in our soul. This isn't copium. This is obsessiveness. Andreas, fool me thrice, shame on me twice. Exactly. Sage, I left Planet Arcadia, but I also stayed in Planet Arcadia. No, Sage, no. Sage, that's painful, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do. Bro, do you have any idea how incredulous I will be if my first E6 is the first character that dies? If it has especially after what happened to Cyrene. Like, they took away Cyrene from me. You mean the very next patch, the like character like that I have like the most investment in from like the very start of the game also goes away? No. I refuse to believe it. I refuse. You guys can say copium all you want. I refuse to believe it. She's gonna live. It's gonna be perfectly fine. They're trying to debate us. They're trying to debate us. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're solid. Anywho, let's talk about Vermillion Knight, shall we? Holy shit. This is one of the coolest fucking Valkyrie designs in all of Honkai Impact the Third. And honestly, it might be my personal favorite design in all of Honkai Impact the Third. This shit is so cool. Everything about this design just hits, brother. The brightness of the red, the like orange and yellow intertwined throughout the armor, the asymmetrical wings and blasters on her back, the sword, the way her hair kind of like almost melts into the, bro, everything about this design is peak. Absolute cinema. Like I said, I probably do prefer Star Rail's design. Like if you were to put them side by side, but for what this design is trying to do, for what it's meant to represent, oh, they hit it out of the park. It is just fantastic. I love Vermillion Knight. And to talk about personality, right? This is just the same Himeko that we've always known and loved, except she's just that much more emotional and impactful, because this is the Himeko that we get to know for 7 minutes as she fucking battles to the death for her student, for her little daughter, Kiana, and gives her life up for her. Like, oh my goodness. Final Lesson is just so good. It was like my introduction to Hoyoverse, really. Like, I played Genshin for like a month and a half, and I was like, this is peak fiction, and I need to get more of this. And then I was like, who is the company that makes Genshin Impact? At that time, you guys remember, they weren't Hoyoverse, and they were MiHoYo. So I was like, oh, MiHoYo, let me check out what else MiHoYo was done. And that's how I got introduced to Honkai Impact the Third. And like one of my first exposures to Honkai Impact the Third was Final Lesson. Like one of my first exposures. Like I think I watched Will of the Hersher first, and that was really cool. But then Final Lesson was really the one that like, that was the one that really drove the knife in. And for a long time, Himeko was my favorite character in Hoyoverse, in Honkai Impact the Third, in anything really. And then eventually Alicia happened, and Alicia kind of took over. But I mean, hey. So there's still MiHoYo in China, really? I did not know that. That's kind of interesting. Sage, waiting for like 4 Himeko trailers, and I think you'll cry for each one. You know what's gonna make it even worse, guys? You know what's gonna make it even worse? I think I've told you guys, right? I have a beach vacation next Thursday. So I will not be here during the releases of the Himeko trailer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch all the trailers in one stream, in one go. I am going to die. Like, you guys think I'm going to have the emotional bandwidth for a single trailer? Yeah, Sage, you're probably right. If I were to watch each of the Himeko Nova trailers one by one, I'd probably cry in every single stream that I do it. Now imagine if I watched them all at once, which is what's going to happen. So we are omega fucked. We are screwed, bro. You guys know what I'm praying for. You guys know what I'm praying for. I really hope her animated short. She's gonna get an animated short, right? Like we all know that, right? We all know that. I hope her animated short is during the story, because I will not be able to handle an animated short that comes out before her release. It has to be during 4.4. It has to be. I will die. I will die. Yeah, the last animated short was Silver Wolves. So we're going to get one for Himeko Nova. And it better be within 4.4. I cannot watch the animated short and then have the emotional control to then go summon for her E6. I can't do that. I can't. So if you're going to destroy me after I've summoned for the E6. If I choose to do so, not guaranteed yet. Not guaranteed yet. So Andreas, honestly, I wish a Sop per mod was playable. I think if they were going to make a Sop per mod playable, it's too late now. I think they would have had to like done something different. Definitely introduce them earlier. So Sage, I would just be careful if the animated short is part of the story arc in 4.4 like 3.4 was. No, yeah. I mean, my plan is to get back from my beach vacation from Cancun and to just not open up social media for at least 2 days. I'm not going to open up Reddit or Twitter or YouTube or anything really. I'm just going to go like watch anime on Crunchyroll just whenever I have free time and just not see anything. Yeah, they're going to tell us on Friday. They're going to tell us on Friday. But yeah, Vermillion Knight is fucking amazing. I'm going to keep her at second for now. I almost talked myself into putting Himeko standard design here. But like, doesn't that just make me a Star Rail fanboy? Like, am I just a Star Rail like fan? Like I am, but like, does it make me look like one? It does, doesn't it? If I do this, that's just clear bias, isn't it? But if I do this, then I'm cultured. Then people know that I've got game. Then people know that I was there from the start. But if I do this, I feel like people will accuse me of like being like a bandwagoner. Let's do this because I feel like the heart wants what the heart wants, and I do feel like this is accurate. Anyway, hold on. You guys know what number 1 is, right? Right? Like we all know where this is going. Like we all know. Like this isn't a surprise. This isn't a big reveal. This isn't a plot twist. I am not joking when I say I think Himeko Nova might be my favorite character design of all time, ever. And anything. Books, movies, TV shows, anime, video games, real life, you name it. I think Himeko Nova might be my favorite design ever. There's just so many things about Himeko Nova that I love. Let's pull it up. I want to go through each one of them. Actually, you know what? I want a big image. Let's go to the Twitter. Let's go. Ooh, shit. No, that is my number. If you guys, well, I guess you guys now have the second 2 digits of my phone number. If you guys want to try multiple combinations of the first couple of digits to potentially try to get my phone number. Okay. Where's our design? Where's our drip market? It's like down here, right? There's Gilgamesh. Here we go. There's so many things I love about his design. Number 1, and I've talked about this extensively, right? And this is one of the biggest reasons why I love Sunbreaker so much in ZZZ. By the way, guys, just a heads up. There's gonna be some crazy Sunbreaker announcements when we go back to ZZZ. Just a heads up, by the way. um, the it's the spear. I love characters that use some type of polearm, whether it's a spear, a lance, a halberd, a pole, just everything about a character that uses a polearm. I love just typically. You guys remember when you guys were showing me the new Wuthering Waves characters? You guys are like, my favorite is like Hisin, or for example, Sui Sui, a flamer. You're a big fan of Sui Sui. My favorite, aside from Hisin, because I do think Hisin is my favorite, is the one that uses the bang boo stick. I forgot his name, but I saw him and I was like, oh, he uses a stick. I like him. I don't know why. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Stone. Thank you, Stone. Shui Yan. Oh no, Jingran. Jingran. Yeah, Jingran. Sorry. Yeah, Jingran is like my second favorite behind Hisin, by the sole fact that he uses a polearm. I just, ever since I was like in middle school, or like in 8th grade, for whatever reason I fell in love with like characters that use spears or like some type of polearm. And then in high school, I can tell you the defining moment. Have you guys heard of Yona of the Dawn? It's a popular anime. Well, not that popular, but it's well known in some of this anime right here, Yona of the Dawn. The main character of this anime, he uses a glaive, like a glaive, and you can kind of see it here, right here. There's this scene in episode 1 or episode 2 where he kind of shows up and he saves the day. He saves like the main character. And he does like this like long sweeping slash with his glaive and like takes out like a whole circle of like infantry soldiers. And from that moment, bright-eyed high school David was obsessed. I love characters that use spears or lances or halberds or whatever, dude. They are so cool. And when I saw Himeko, my once favorite character from Honkai Impact the Third, my favorite character at the start of Honkai Star Rail, and just overall one of my favorite Hoyoverse characters of all time, when they gave her a spear, I lost it, dude. I lost it, man. You can ask Goldie. I send him like 50 messages at like 5 a.m. in the morning whenever the leaks of her SP design came out. I was obsessed. I still am obsessed. I can't believe this is real. So Sage leaks say Jingran is going to have a yin and yang kit, good and evil stances most likely. Bro, honestly, he could have a kit centered around deodorant. I wouldn't care, bro. Like he could have like powers that like are centered around deodorant, and I wouldn't care because he uses a stick. If you use a stick as your weapon, I love you. I just do. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you at that point. So, but anyway, the spear is obviously one of the main reasons why I love Himeko, but there's so many different reasons, right? I love the banner on her spear. I love her dress. I love the way it's like almost ripped, but still elegant in some way. I love like the golden tassets around her like shoulder and arms. I love her shoulder pads. Just everything. The hair having like galaxy stars on the back. The way her bangs are different. Like her bangs are not the same. Hold on. Himeko Nova. Did you guys? I feel like most people did realize this. I want like a side by side. Can I get like a side by side? Yeah, here we go. Look, the bangs are different. Like her hair is messier. Like her hair isn't done up anymore. Like her hair is like messy, and I love that. Bro, I could go for hours on Himeko Nova. I probably would go for hours on Himeko. I probably will go for hours on Himeko Nova. But like, there's just the design again, potentially, probably my favorite design of all time. And then, on top of all of this, they gave her a mech. They gave her a fucking mech. Are you kidding me? Are you joking me? They gave me the one of the, like, what? You guys, I haven't talked about it that much. I have talked about it on stream a bit. So if you guys remember this about me, props to you. You are deep in the Gulio lore. I am a big fan of Gundam. I love Gundam. I could talk about Gundam for hours. But on top of that, one of my first animes ever, one of my favorite animes of all time, in fact, I would say my fourth favorite anime ever, is Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann changed a high school David, young and bright-eyed, just like the spear. I fell in love with mechs from the moment I watched Gurren Lagann. Fucking row, fight the power, motherfuckers. Oh my god, Gurren Lagann is peak fiction. If you haven't seen Gurren Lagann, go watch Gurren Lagann. It's amazing. So they gave Himeko, one of my favorite all-time Hoyoverse characters, probably my second favorite all-time Hoyoverse character behind Alicia, in Honkai Impact the Third. And then they bring her into Star Rail. You have her come to me early, my first ever 5-star. And then you decide, hey, you know what? We're going to give her a spear and a mech. What am I supposed to do at that point? What am I supposed to do but die? What am I supposed to do by E6, right? Like, I feel like this creator, this character was created in the lab for me. They're like a Gulio, and then they had like a flow chart like underneath it. Like, okay, what can we do for Gulio? Okay, spear, check. Mech, check. Long red hair, check. Fucking white dress, check. Like, they just kept going down the list. So, design-wise, this is my favorite design of all time, probably. And finally, I mean, like I said, this is the same Himeko that we have known and loved since the start of Star Rail, and I can't even talk. I can't even speak. Himeko does things to me. Ever since we came to Planet Arcadia, they've just made it even better. They've made her more vulnerable, more emotional. She's been able to have more moments of levity with, she's been more joking, right? Her dialogue with Ryusuke has been super fun, even though he's actually a Sapromad. Oh, fucking shit. Who could have seen that coming, right? And like this, they've taken one of my favorite personalities in the game and just given her a worthy backstory. And I just can't, man. I just can't. Sage, Himeko Nova also kidnaps people into her mecha without permission. She would not be kidnapping me. I would be going very willingly. In fact, she doesn't need to kidnap me. What she doesn't know is I'm in the mech already. I'm waiting. Like, bring everyone else inside the mech. Like Sunday, Welt, Trailblazer, whoever you guys decide to run, Himeko Nova with. Like, get inside. I'm sitting down. I'm in my position. I'm ready to do what I gotta do. Like, you don't need to kidnap me. I'm inside the mech already. But before we even get into battle, you know what? You guys know when Himeko Nova uses her technique and like she flies up in the air, I'm inside the mech at that point already. Like, I'm already there. Like, even before the battle starts, before the glass breaks, I'm in the mech. So you don't need to kidnap me. So, anywho, so I think I've got two versions of this tier list. So this is, I think, my absolute biased heart tier list. Like, if you were to ask me to, like, your favorite 5 versions of Himeko, this is the way it goes. But if you want to ask, like, the cool, like, performative, like, a Gulio streamer dude that, like, actually is going to be uploading this VOD to YouTube, it's this, right? I got to show people I'm cultured. I got to show people that I've been around from the beginning, right? So, can I do like a 2 and 3? Can these two like share a spot? Can here we go. There we go. Wait, no. There we go. This is the tier list right here. What is a snipping tool shortcut? Windows key Shift S. Okay. Hold on. Oh, this is going to be difficult because I gotta do it. There we go. This is the tier list right here. There we go. This is the ranking. Don't this is my ranking. You guys can't question it. All right. You guys can't do anything. This is fair. This is not cheating. This is perfectly fair. Right. This is the final ranking. I won't take any questions. We're ending stream. Bye guys. Have a good one. But yeah, like I said, if we're being completely real, I do think it's this. I just think I love Star Rail Himeko way too much. But objectively, like if we're going textbook, it's probably this, right? Objectively, this is the tier list. Subjectively, this is my tier list. And this is the true tier list right here. Yeah. Okay. And that's the Himeko ranking tier list. Applause. Everyone clap for me behind your screens. Okay. Well, that was a ton of fun. Yapping for about 2 hours. I need to eat something. Thank you, Flamer. I appreciate you humoring me and not making me seem that cringe. Well, I'm always cringe, but more cringe than usual. Well, I don't know if that's possible. I don't think it's possible to get more cringe than me, right? So that was our Himeko tier list of all the versions of Himeko. I will get more Himeko merch. I've been waiting for the Himeko SP to get merch, but I couldn't, I couldn't go into 4.4 without something, so there she is in all her glory. She's front and center. She's the only one that I get to see during work because my laptop sits around here, and my laptop blocks all the Evelyn stuff, so Himiko's in the right position to where I can see her during work. But yeah, all right. Let me thank everyone. Let me go down to Sage, Flamer, Swev. Stone was here earlier as well. Let me make sure I'm not missing anyone. Andreas on YouTube. Viet came in at the very start. Goldie came in as well. JD came in. Thank you guys so much for coming in and watching. It's been a fantastic time as always. Just make sure I'm not missing anyone. Yeah, I think I got everyone. So the next stream is going to be this Friday. We will be reacting to the live stream live. So that is very early for me in the morning. I think it's 6:30 in the morning. But I had the day off. So fuck my sleep schedule, right? Who cares about sleep? All that matters is Himeko. Like I'll give up my sleep schedule for you, Himeko. It doesn't matter. So we're going to be reacting to the live stream live. So if you guys would like to watch it live with me, that'd be fantastic. Would love to see you guys there. But if you guys want to watch it on your own, by all means, go ahead. I know that most people prefer to watch back the live streams on their own and then kind of go watch their favorite, streamers' reactions to it afterwards. So just putting it out there, we're going to be reacting to it live on Friday morning, or for some of you, that's going to be Saturday at that point. So it's going to be a big live stream. 4.4 is going to be a huge story patch, like Sage just said. It is probably going to be the Planarcadia finale. They're going to confirm it there. They're going to confirm a whole lot of things. Himeko Nova animations are finally going to be public, so we can actually kind of show them more often. So, well, they didn't fully confirm it, but yeah, it's all but confirmed, right? It's all but confirmed. So, but yeah, so we usually start live stream reactions whenever we react to them live about 30 minutes early or 40 minutes early, just, to talk a little bit, just hit the shit, with everyone before the live stream starts. So probably going to go live on Friday around 5:45 Central Standard Time, something around there. So yeah, should be a good time. But again, Flamer, Sage, Swev, everyone who came through, everyone who's still on YouTube, thank you guys so much for watching. It was a nice, fun, chill stream. We're going to go ahead and end it here for tonight. I'm going to get some food, and I will see you guys on Friday, hopefully for the 4.4 live stream. Until then, guys, as always, hope you guys take care of yourself. I'll see you guys then. Take care, and peace light.